I am a realist enough to understand that there is a huge disparity between our wishes for a blessed Advent season and the actual race to the finish line known as Christmas and New Year. Sure, we hope it will somehow be a blessed time, even if it's just a blessed mad dash like every other year. Certainly, we feel guilty that the stress of getting ready for Christmas and to make Christmas happen for the special people in our lives prevents us from experiencing a truly meaningful Advent season. But what if Christmas was not something we made happen, but an event that happened to us instead? What if Advent was truly a time of longing with expectation for the coming of Jesus? Year after year, we promise ourselves not to fall into the trap of rushing through the holidays and collapse exhausted once it's all over. And perhaps it is just wishful thinking that this year, in spite of all its added challenges, will be any different. I would like us to consider the example of two people and how they live into the season day by day. This couple, a woman and a man, are not what you would call members of the successful and beautiful people. Both of them are getting on in age, haven't held down a job in ages, and appear at first glance to be people of little to no influence or societal value at all. They're not married. They do not spend most of the day in the same place. What binds them together is that their eyes were watching God. Apart from their age, we know next to nothing about Simeon and Anna. But we can glean from the brief description Luke gives of them in the 2nd chapter of his gospel that they had devoted their lives to serving God and to look for what God was about to do in the life of Israel and in the world. Nothing seems to rush Anna or Simeon. Day after day, year in and year out, you will find them at the temple in Jerusalem, waiting and watching with expectation for what God was doing in the midst of them. I want to suggest to us that their example is an inspiring way of how we can live into this season of Advent and Christmas that will both bless us and bring meaning to us. Perhaps you want to do nothing more each day than to set aside some time and read and reread the first 2 chapters of Matthew and Luke, both telling us how the birth of Jesus Christ came to pass. Read the words slowly, pause often, and simply reflect on what you have just read. Let the words fill your heart, mind, body, and soul, and above all, let them transform you from the inside out. May God touch your life in new and wonderful ways as your eyes are watching God.